What's going on, Shady People? ShadyPenguinn, you back for another Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle today against the subscriber/follower on Twitter. Before we get started, if you can, please show some shady love to that like button. It's right below this video. Remember, if this video reaches 2,000 likes, I will keep 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now, today we are battling PK, not PK Sparks. This is a shady person. His Twitter link is in the description. Remember, if you want a chance to battle me in one of these videos, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and keep an eye out for when I ask for battles. Now, I've done this 4 times already. And we're going to try to actually have a battle today. Because we've had DCs over DCs over DCs. So we're going to go in. I'm going to show you guys the team we're using. We're using the team that we had in the Team Builder episode, Shady Teams. If you missed that, there is going to be a link in the outro, or it's in the description, but it will be at the outro and you guys can click it. Thanks to Game Boy Luke for that new outro. Well, we worked together on it for a couple hours. He did all fancy stuff. I had ideas. I didn't know what to do, but he was doing it. We're working together. He had ideas. I had ideas. I added some stuff to it at the end. It was great. But we had to replace Dragalge because Dragalge is apparently RU, and it makes a lot of sense because adaptability Dragalge is broken. So we replaced it with Mufasa. That way we have another ice resistance. We got rid of an ice weakness. We still have that extra ground weakness on our team, but it's what it is. I couldn't change that really. I almost went with Rotom Fan to get rid of that, but then I would still have 3 ice weaknesses, which I really didn't want to have. So I ended up going with Mufasa because he can take advantage of the sun from Leafeon. In fact, let me go ahead. Are these all good? They look all good. All right, sweet. We should be able to do something decent. You guys can place your bets in the comment section below. You let me know who you think is going to be the MVP, the most valuable Pokemon in today's match. Out of those 6, let's go ahead and go in and see what PK is bringing. I'm going to take a picture of my opponent's team. I am just... as long as there's no DC, I will be so happy. So he's got X-Cloud, Walrein, Luxray, Kingler, Primeape, and Camerupt. A super powerful team. I'm excited for this match now. Looking at my opponent's team, let's identify some combo weaknesses. We see 2 Pokemon weak to electricity. With that, he's got the... I will be right back. Alright, so we're back, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. If it happens again, it means my opponent most likely has an illegal Pokemon, and I'm going to have to look for another new opponent. But, like we were saying, he's got the 2 electric weaknesses, but he's got an immunity. He's also got a resistance on there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up with my Stealth Rocker because just to get Stealth Rocks up is going to be very, very, very key. Even if he opens up with the X-Cloud, it's fine because my Cradilly can take 1 special hit and then get the rocks up, and I'm fine with that. That Luxray, if it's Guts, is going to be a little bit of an issue. Please, please let there be no DC. I really want to get a Wi-Fi battle up today. In fact, I want to record 3. So that I have Wi-Fi battles till Friday. We're going in! Alright, sweet. So let me try to get into the battle mindset because I'll admit, I'm a little gear grinded right now. Oh, there's music. Oh, that's the battle mindset. My gears are a little grinded right now. I'm just a little frustrated because I've been trying to record 1 battle for 2 hours and I haven't. Just a little frustrating. So my opponent does open up with the X-Cloud like I kind of thought he would because X-Cloud lead is pretty common. Especially when I don't have any fighting type Pokemon on my team. So let's go ahead and we're going to straight up just set up the Stealth Rocks. We're going to set up Stealth Rocks and we're going to get them up because residual damage is residual damage and 25% on a fat Walrein is something I will take. So he's going to actually go for the Ice Beam. That doesn't look like Specs though. I gotta be honest, that does not look like Specs. And I have leftovers, so I feel like I'm going to be able to get a Toxic off on this thing. I definitely feel like I can get a Toxic off on this thing. Because Cradilly can eat up Ice Beam for days. It's just a Ice Pop form. Like I said, that's exactly why I was hoping my opponent would open up with the X-Cloud so I can get my Stealth Rocks up. For some reason, I just thought I wouldn't take the hit that well, though. I really didn't think, what am I, would take the hit that well. So we're going to get a Toxic off, and I don't plan on Toxic stalling. But I do want to get my Cradilly up to a higher amount of HP before I switch out. And I know I can take another Ice Beam thanks to the leftovers. It just makes, it is what it is. The world is a perfect place, etc., etc. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go for the Recover. And a lot of people were asking why Recover over Giga Drain, because Giga Drain doesn't give you 50% HP every time. It's dependent on what your opponent's Pokemon is. So I want to Recover. So it's a crit! That's how we're starting off the battle, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we're starting it off. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, he's locked into Ice Beam. We can be smart and we can go into the Macarena. We can just set up. Is there anything that wants to deal with Macarena? I gotta save Macarena for Camerupt. I guess I can go into Mufasa. I'm gonna go into Mufasa. Nothing on my opponent's team really wants to take double Hyper Voice. I'm really upset right now. Let's just go for the Hyper Voice. I'm so upset. The Wolverine is gonna come out because it is. PK withdrew X-Cloud, and Vesuvius is gonna come out. Oh, the Camerupt. All right, you know what? I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna kill this thing. I think the 2 Hyper Voices should kill. Yeah! Yeah, that's what I thought. Good. Get this thing off the field. I don't even just get lost. You're done. You can't switch it out. Stealth rocks. So we're getting rid of Camerupt right away. Thank goodness. My opponent really wants to treasure that X-Cloud, and you know what? With good reason, it critted right when you needed to. And that's all good. It's Pokemon. You're allowed to crit. I just, you guys know my battling style. I like to get into everything that happens, but I'm not actually salty over the crit because it happens. So we don't see a Mega. So maybe that's not Mega Camerupt. Or he probably just didn't want to waste maybe he just didn't want to waste the time of Mega evolving. Moxie Boost, ladies and gentlemen. I'm running a mixed Pyroar with return. Don't do that. I mean, I guess you could technically. Not with return, but like if he learns EQ. I don't know if he learns EQ, but if he did, I would say, you know what? Go for it. So Kingler's gonna come out. I'm not happy about that. Now, immediately I want to switch out. This is my initial instinct is to switch out. But I think a knockoff's coming. And I don't want Cloud to lose the Heat Rock just yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna stay in and I'm gonna go for another Hyper Voice. Because I should outspeed unless he's Choice Scarf, so we'll gain that knowledge by staying in. He doesn't outspeed, so we know he's not Choice Scarf. Hyper Voice is gonna take him out! Who needs Dragalge? Who needs Dragalge? Dragalge, who needs it? I don't, not me. Raise your hand, I don't need it. Pyroar doesn't care. Pyroar doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. See, sometimes you don't have to switch out all the time. You don't. You just don't have to do it. There's no reason. Sometimes. So Wolverine is going to come in now, and this will be a true test, Mufasa. This is a true test. And I understand. This battle, right now, it's only 5 minutes, and half the team's gone. But I can't help that. And I've been trying for so long to get you guys a battle. So this is the battle that you're watching. I'm sorry. I'm going to try again, of course. I'm going to be trying to get 2 more battles, so come back tomorrow. But the game's not over. It's actually 4-3 right now. It's just a fast battle. It's not a bad battle. It's just a fast one. With Wolverine in here, going for the Surf, I guess my best thing to do... I don't have Crunch on Macarena, so this Wolverine's a little bit of a problem. You know what? Let's go out into Moheat. Let's go into Moheat. Now, my opponent does still have a Luxray here. My opponent has Luxray. My opponent has 4 Pokemon. Oh, this is a battle. What am I saying? This is a great battle. I'm a battle. I could U-turn here predicting a switch. I think I'm just going to T-Bolt away. I don't think that Luxray will come out. I don't think he'll see T-Bolt coming. Maybe he will. He's not going to because he's going to stay in, and I don't think he'll take a super effective T-Bolt. He's fat. You're so fat. He's fat. He went for an Ice Beam. He's super fat, but we're going to be able to take the Ice Beam just fine. It's going to do less than half, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, my opponent cannot switch out, so this is a dead Wolverine. The reason why I say that, I mean, he can if he wants Death Fodder, which is fine. He is going to keep that Death Fodder, so we know the Luxray is about to come in. There it is. Guts Luxray, most likely, and that is going to be a little bit of an issue for us. This Thunderbolt is not going to do much at all. We can't paralyze. We gain absolutely nothing but a little bit of damage. Judging by that damage, though, I think a Psychic will take him out. Not Guts, because we didn't see any action on there. In case, I'm going to go onto the Cloud, just in case this thing doesn't go for an Electric-type move. I kind of want to go into Majin Bakuuda, but I didn't want to, just in case he's just a physical attacker. And there, look, there's a Crunch. So I didn't want to go out just hoping that he'd go for a Electric-type move, because Cloud is our physically defensive Pokemon. He could take a hit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to set up the See, Walreign's done with. X-Cloud is still a thing, and X-Cloud can hit behind sub. So I'm just going to set up the Sunny Day. He's going to Volt Switch out of here. I'm just going to set up the Sunny Day because I don't want to bother setting up a substitute. Because those birds are awfully loud. Hey! I'm recording in here! Walreign's gonna come in and die to the Stealth Rocks, which is fine by me. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Sun. And now, can we get this Camerupt growth to go off? Can we do it? Is it possible? The sunlight turned harsh. So with Cloud just ripping the clouds apart and bringing out the sun, X-Cloud's gonna come in. I don't want to hard switch into my Camerupt. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to Leaf Blade, and I don't want a Baton Pass. I basically want Leafeon to die is what I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and Leaf Blade. I will outspeed because of Chlorophyll. We'll get a good amount of damage off. There's a Boom Burst for me. That should kill me because I'm assuming this thing is Specs, and it's a crit! Another crit. This is a crit machine. He's just a crit machine, and he won't work for nobody but you. So we're gonna be in a little bit of a tight, not really tight, but I guess I can very easily remedy this situation. As much as I want to go right on into Majin Bakuuda, get a growth off. Obviously, I can't get a growth off on X-Cloud. Obviously, that's not an option. So I'm gonna go into Moheat here, and I'm just gonna go for a Psychic. The Primeape is still going to be an issue, and that's exactly why I'm saving my Camerupt for full health, because I think that my Camerupt can take any one hit from Primeape. Mega Camerupt can take any one hit from Primeape. And with the Sun Up, a Flamethrower should OHKO. Obviously not going to go for an Earth Power when I can go for the Flamethrower. So even if I don't get the growth off, this team is looking pretty mint, because I know that Moheat, I'm almost positive that Moheat can take this Luxray out with a Psychic. And actually, tell me Mega Camerupt's not even going to hit the field. It's a crit! A Mega Camerupt might not even hit the field because Scarfed Moheat is kind of putting in the finest right here. Primeape, if this thing isn't Scarfed, it's not living a Psychic. Are you Scarfed? Are you Scarfed? Is the question. Man, Stealth Rocks and Moheat is a deadly combination. Moheat just does not care about your family. He just does not care about your family. He's like, hey man, your family's got to eat. I don't care, I'm a Psychic. I'm guessing that he's Scarfed because he's taking a pretty long time to decide what move to lock himself into. He's not Scarfed, and I don't think he can take a Psychic. That's going to be the end of this battle. Unfortunately, Mega Camerupt, a silent partner in this match. PK, that was fun. That was a very punch for punch battle. Really, really fast. It was only a 3-0. I definitely held momentum, but got rid of 3 of my Pokemon, and I didn't get to use Mega Camerupt, which is terrible because I built the team around him, but we're going to go ahead, and if you guys come back tomorrow, hopefully we will have a battle where Mega Camerupt stomps faces into the ground. With that, I'm going to get the heck out of here. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like rating down below, comment, subscribe to the channel, click anywhere, and by anywhere I mean the red button or on the subscribe part of the outro to subscribe and never miss a Pokemon video. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady. I like to make them level 50 so I can see. I like to make sure all my Pokemon have an odd number of HP when I create them. So just take it. Just leave me on the ground. I don't want to be eaten. I don't want to be eaten. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.